Okay, here we are for another new arc that was brought up in issue 27, The Graveyard Shift. Go ahead and read up on the screen. Or feel free to pause the vid to read all the text if you like. We're going to get rolling here. There's multiple badges from this, one of which is alignment related, which means you have to run this twice to get all the badges from it. There's a heroic rewarded badge, and then there's a vigilante rewarded badge. And the contact's also in steel, so we're just going to warp right to him through the crystal. It's not going to be that glowy. It's always this glowy. In this mission, the glowy you want has always been that trash can. See? It's always been that trash can. Again, feel free to pause the vid if you need to read all the dialogue. Okay, so we gotta go to Talents. Well, we're gonna go there the quick way. Now let's go sweep some streets. So much for the ambush. I'm not a huge fan of super speed. It does have its uses inside missions, when you can be stealthy and pass through enemies without having to worry about getting into combat. The glowy that we need is not any of the barrels. It is going to be a desk. The question is, where's the desk? There it is. Okay, next one's a fault line. And there's a surefire way to get there quickly. Ta-da! Again, feel free to pause the video. Okay, here we go. This is the mission 2 where you got to choose how you want it to play out, heroic or vigilante. There's a badge for either, which means you'll have to come back and play through the story arc again to get the other one. And we gotta wait for a few moments while they crack the door open. Let's open up the map. Also, you might have noticed there's been a lot of named Vazalok bosses in this story arc. Each one of them defeated counts towards a new badge they added called Epidemiologist. To get that badge, you have to defeat every Vazalok boss that's in this story arc. Plus, you must go ahead and run Positron 1 and 2 task forces. You have to run them both. Doc Buzzsaw, I believe, is in Posi 1. And then Doc Fozolok himself is in Posi 2. They both count towards this badge. You won't get it unless you defeat them, plus every one of the bosses that's in here. This particular tune has yet to do Posi 1 and 2, but that's alright. That comes later. Alright, let's run past all these guys. We don't need to fight them. We don't have to. And that there, Dr. Mouse, that's one of the bosses as well. Obtained a key by beating that boss in the guards, plus another tick on Epidemiologist badge. Here's another boss that counts for. For a moment while the boss juices himself up. And of course some goons will be coming along to try to keep me busy. I think they scratched me, but I can't be sure. Little device about rad armor, whether it's tank or brutalist rad. Your particle shield power here, put it to auto fire like I have it by control and then left clicking it. And if you have it charging up in less than 60 seconds, you have a very happy rad armor character. Your character is not quite unkillable, but it makes them real tough to kill when you have a permanent particle shield. And it's easy to permanent too. Oh, should you feel the need, you could always do this. Give yourself a buff. It's rather brief, but... Oh, look who's back. The boss is back. Hey! gotta get to that glowy that's on the map. I could fight to it, but no need. There is a thing to be said for not having to fight a battle you can avoid. There. Now to disable the sprinklers, because the sprinklers are going to spew deadly fumes that would be very bad. Looks like we're not going to fight for it. Love it. You get close to clicking position and blowy click, and then I get a last tap from an enemy. Never fails. Oh well. Here we go again. Talk to the radio here to talk to my contact. This is where you can make your choice to go heroic ending or the vigilante ending. We're gonna go for the heroic, of course. So per the plot point, I'm supposed to basically stick around in this building for a couple hours while they decontaminate me in the whole place. For the plot point, I'm supposed to wait 3 hours. Well, obviously you don't have to. Okay, every boss I defeated in there counted towards that Epidemiologist badge for defeating the Vasilok bosses. I won't get that badge from this because I still have to do Positron 1 and 2 on this particular character. But that's alright. Okay, final mission coming up. I think we'll take the express route. Always shut off phase shift first. And away we go. Also, this particular accolade right here, Elusive Mind, it's not mandatory to have it for this, but against the boss Cortex I'm about to face, it can be a little bit of help. Gives you extra psi resistance, and he is all about psionic attack. You get the Elusive Mind accolade badge by getting all 3 badges from the Richter Invasion event, so have fun with that. But like I said, it's not mandatory to have it for this. And there's Cortex now. So what the heck, for giggles, I'll just trigger the accolade. Dr. Caitlin Pierce does become a recurring character on other arcs that they would release later on. Okay, we got Uncivil Warrior for finishing the arc, the Greater Good for going heroic, and Containment Specialist for clicking that computer to shut off the sprinklers within the 5-minute timer. There's one more badge that we have to get from this to truly wrap it up, but that means I gotta do the arc again, because that means taking the Vigilante path. So, moment please. Okay, we're back. We're going to go for the Vigilante badge for picking the Vigilante-oriented path. It's basically just different dialogue. You choose it, you get that extra badge. You don't have to complete the story arc at that point. You could stop. The fight will be the same. I would go in through different entrances of the building, defeat Cortex, get the boss, Dr. Pierce that you saw at the end of the last recording. So for this, we're just going to go through and we are going to go ahead and get that badge, and then we're going to call it good. Location of the glowies can vary at times, by the way, when you run this. But sometimes not. Here we go. This one here. Feel free to pause. And there we have it. This is the one that's right here. And done. This is the badge for picking the vigilante path. You don't need to finish the story arc if you've already done it, which case in point we've done. This is the badge for completing it. This is the badge for shutting off the sprinklers in time. And this is the badge for taking the heroic path of bringing them in properly per the law. So this arc is done. Moment, please. And this right here is the new badge they added in for defeating all 9 of the prominent Vasilok leaders. 7 of them are from this arc. The other 2, one, Doc Buzzsaw, you can get in Positron Part 1, and Doc Vasilok himself is at the end of Positron Part 2. Okay, video resumes here. We are in Positron 1 Task Force, and I should be coming up on one of the prominent Vasiloks, and it should be Doc Buzzsaw if I'm remembering correctly. Yep, Doc Buzzsaw. The only one left to get now is Dr. Vasilok himself, and that's at the end of Positron Epidemiologist badge. For all the Vozlock leaders, again, Positron 1 for Doc Buzzsaw, Positron 2 for Dr. Vozlock, and then that story arc that you saw earlier in this vid will give you this badge, along with all the other badges from that story arc. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the game.